The baby boomer generation built the skilled trades workforce in this country. They are now leaving it. And here's the problem nobody is talking about loudly enough. There is nobody lined up behind them. The pipeline of younger workers entering these specific careers is so thin that employers are generally panicking. Today I'm counting down 5 trades where boomers are retiring and nobody is replacing them, and what that means for the person willing to step up right now. Look, I've been in the trades for 30 years. I've watched this coming for a long time. The boomer retirement wave is not news. What is news is the gap it is leaving, because for decades the assumption was that young people would flow into these careers the way they always had, and that flow slowed down, then trickled. And in some of these careers, it has nearly stopped. What that creates for the person willing to walk through the door right now is one of the most favorable hiring environments any trade career has ever seen. Employers who are training faster, paying more, promoting quicker, and in some cases doing things they have never done before, like going out and actively recruiting people with no experience, because they have no other option. Number 1 on this countdown is a trade where the boomer retirement gap is so severe that I've watched employers offer signing bonuses to people who had never touched the equipment before. Stay with me for that one. Before we get started, smash that like button and subscribe. All right, let's count it down. Number 5, Cathodic protection technician. Pipeline and infrastructure corrosion specialist. Starting at number 5 with one that almost nobody in the career advice world has ever heard of. And that is exactly the problem. A cathodic protection technician designs, installs, and maintains electrical systems that prevent corrosion on underground pipelines, storage tanks, bridges, and marine infrastructures. Every major oil and gas pipeline in the country, every buried water main, every underground fuel storage tank, all of it requires regular CP surveys and system maintenance by qualified technicians. The EPA and the DOT mandate it. It's not optional. Here's the boomer retirement picture. The cathodic protection technician workforce built its expertise alongside the pipeline and infrastructure build-out of the 1960s and 70s and 80s. That generation is retiring right now in significant numbers, and the replacement pipeline, the younger technicians coming up behind them, is generally thin. Most people have never heard of this career, which means most people have never considered entering it, and the ones that have are in serious demand. AMPP, formerly the NACE, offers the CP tester and CP technician credentials that are the industry standard. Pay runs $50K to $90K. Senior CP technicians and corrosion engineers working on major pipeline accounts are clearing $95 to $130K. A solo cathodic protection inspection business serving pipeline utility clients generates strong recurring revenue with minimal overhead. The demand is federally mandated. The retirement gap is real, and the awareness of this career among the people who could fill it is almost zero. That combination is exactly what you want in a trade career right now. All right, next up. Hey, pause real quick. Before you go all in on a trade, let me save you from making the mistake I see all the time, picking the wrong one. Course Careers has an AI career counselor named Coura, and she's built specifically for this. You tell her about your goals, your lifestyle, how you like to work, and she'll map you to the right fit. Whether that's HVAC, plumbing, electrical, construction project managing, construction estimating, architectural drafting, or supply chain coordinator. Then she hands you a free intro course so you can test drive the career before you spend a dime on training. Students have used this to break into high-paying careers in as little as 4 to 12 weeks. No degree, no experience required. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments below. Don't pick a trade blind. Use the tool. Number 4, refractory mason, industrial furnace, and kiln lighting specialist. Here's one that I generally love putting on this list because the reaction is always the same. Nobody's ever heard of it. A refractory mason installs and repairs the heat-resistant linings inside industrial furnaces, kilns, boilers, and incinerators, steel mills, glass plants, cement kilns, chemical processing facilities. Anywhere operating in extreme temperatures need refractory linings. And those linings wear out on a schedule. which means the demand for refractory masons is not tied to any economic cycle. It is tied to industrial production, which runs 24 hours a day. Here's the boomer retirement picture. The average refractory mason in the US is in their mid to late 50s. The knowledge required, understanding refractory material selection, installation, geometry for different furnace types, expansion joints designs, quality inspection procedures, accumulates over years of hands-on experience. It can't be learned from a book or a YouTube video, and the industrial facilities that depend on this work cannot function without it. When a furnace lining fails unexpectedly, the plant stops. Every hour of unplanned downtime costs real money. The pressure to find qualified replacement is immediate and intense. The path in is through a masonry apprenticeship with deliberate pursuit of refractory work. Major refractory contractors, Harbison Walker, Resco, ANH actively hire and train motivated candidates because they have no other choice. The work is travel heavy and outage based. You go where the industrial shutdowns are scheduled. Pay runs $55K to $95K. Senior refractory masons and foremen work at outage contracts at steel mills and cement plants are clearing $110 to $145K with overtime and per diem. One of the most obscure and one of the highest paying trade careers on this entire list. Now this next one. Number 3, instrumentation technician, refinery, and petrochemical control specialist. Here's number 3, and the boomer retirement picture here is one that petrochemical and refining industries have been quietly managing and increasingly struggling to manage for the past decade. An instrumentation technician installs, calibrates, and maintains the sensors, transmitters, and control systems that monitor and regulate industrial processes at refineries, chemical plants, and power generation facilities. Pressure transmitters, flow meters, temperature sensors, the instruments that tell operators what is happening inside miles of pipes and allows them to control it safely, are maintained by instrumentation techs, and the workforce is aging out. Here's what makes the boomer retirement gap particularly severe in the instrumentation. An experienced instrumentation tech at a major refinery has years of plant-specific knowledge built up. They know which instruments are problematic. They know the quirks of the control systems. They know the safety procedures specific to that facility. The knowledge does not transfer automatically to whoever replaces them. It has to be rebuilt from scratch. And the facilities operating during that rebuilding period carry more risk than they want to acknowledge publicly. ISA, the International Society of Automation, offers a certified control system technician's credentials that is the industry standard. The path in is through a 2-year instrumentation or process technology program at a community college. Pay runs $60K to $105K. Senior instrumentation technicians at Gulf Coast refineries and petrochemical plants are at the top of that range. A guy I met who runs the instrumentation contracting company on the Gulf Coast told me last year he had 40 open positions and could fill 12 of them. 40 positions, 12 candidates. That's a boomer retirement gap in real time. All right, next up. So real quick, I want to talk about something that paid for itself faster than I expected. My brother Shane put together this program called the Content Growth Engine. Now I know what you're thinking. Of course you're going to say it's good. He's your brother. Fair. But I legit paid to join out of my own pocket because I wanted to find out for myself. And it paid for itself fast. First month in, I had a $214 day. Month 4, I'm hitting $445 days. Month 5, $519 days. And it just keeps building from there. And I'm not grinding for it either. Less than 4 hours a week. No marketing background, no tech stuff. Just a system that works and actually makes sense. If that sounds like something you've been looking for, the link is in the description and pinned in the comments below. Go check it out. Number 2, steam fitters, high pressure steam and hydronic system specialist. Here's number 2. And I keep coming back to steam fitting on these lists because the retirement story here is generally one of the most severe in the entire mechanical trade world. And almost nobody outside the industry is talking about it. A steam fitter installs and maintains the high pressure steam and hydronic systems used in hospitals, universities, industrial facilities, and district energy plants. Steam heats enormous campuses, sterilizes surgical equipment, drives industrial turbines, runs dozens of other critical processes. And the steam fitter who truly understands high-pressure steam, who can diagnose steam trap failure, balance distribution systems, troubleshoot heat exchangers, is one of the rarest and most valued mechanical tradespeople in the entire industry. Here's the boomer retirement picture. Steam fitting as a distinct specialty grew up alongside the massive institutional construction boom of the mid-20th century. The boomers who built that expertise are retiring right now in waves, and the hospital systems, universities, and industrial facilities that depend on steam infrastructure are scrambling. I talk to facility directors who are generally anxious about this. The chief steam fitters who have maintained their steam plants for 25 to 30 years are walking out the door, and the candidates to replace them, people who understand high pressure steam at deep level, are simply not plentiful. The UA, United Association Apprenticeship, is the path in. It accepts people with no experience and pays from day one. Pay for journeyman steam fitters runs $60K to $110K. Senior steam fitters and steam plant operators at major institutional facilities are clearing $95 to $130K. Chief steam fitters and steam plant superintendents are commanding $110K to $155K with full institutional benefits. The retirement wave is accelerating. The replacement pipeline is thin, and the facilities that need work cannot function without it. That is the definition of the right place at the right time. Number one, the trade where the boomer retirement gap is most severe and most immediate. Here it is.
Hey, quick break here. If you're interested in a free course on getting into the trades, then click this link below.
Number one, the closer. Water treatment plant operator, licensed drinking water system specialist. Okay, here's number one. And I want to make the case for why this specific career, not wastewater, not industrial water treatment, but licensed drinking water treatment, tops this list. A drinking water treatment plant operator runs the system that treat and distribute safe drinking water to communities. Filtration, disinfection, chemical dosing, distribution pressure management, backflow prevention. The operator who understands all of that, who can read a water quality report, recognize an anomaly, and respond correctly, is one of the most essential public safety professionals in any community. And they are retiring in waves right now, with almost nobody lined up to replace them. Here's the specific boomer retirement picture that makes this number one. The operators who built the career alongside the massive EPA mandated water infrastructure investment of the 1970s and 1980s, the Safe Drinking Water Act era, are now in their late 50s and early 60s. They are leaving simultaneously, and the state licensing requirement, water operator licenses are tiered, with documented operating hours required to advance, means the replacement pipeline can't be accelerated quickly. A grade 4 or a class A licensed operator represents years of documented experience. When that person retires, those years of accumulated knowledge and licensing can't be instantly replaced. Here's what makes this number one beyond just the retirement gap. The job security is the most bulletproof of any trade career on this entire list. Water utilities do not lay off operators, not in a recession, not in downturns, not ever, because communities can't go without clean drinking water for a single day. The licensed water operator has the most structural secure employment of any trade career I can identify. The American Water Works Association has been documenting this workforce crisis for years. Utilities are hiring. They are training. They're paying for licensing exams. They're doing everything they can do to attract motivated candidates because the boomer retirement wave is leaving them generally exposed. Pay for entry-level water operators runs $42K to $60K with full government benefits, pension, health insurance, paid leave. Senior operators with grade 3 or grade 4 licenses are at the $70K to $100K. Plant managers and utility directors are clearing $110 to $160K. The entry path, online exam prep, state entry-level licensing, utility hiring programs, is accessible to people with no experience. And the boomer retirement wave creating those openings right now is one of the most predictable and well-documented workforce crises in the entire trades world. Every community in America needs this work every single day. And the people who have been doing it for 30 years are leaving. That is why water treatment plant operator is #1 on this list. Look, the boomer retirement wave is not a problem for you. It's an opportunity. Cathodic protection technician, refractory mason, instrumentation technician, steam fitter, water treatment plant operator. 5 trades, 5 massive retirement gaps, 5 open doors for the person willing to walk through them right now. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Drop a comment. Which one are you most seriously considering? I read every single one. Catch you in the next video. Peace out.
If you need to learn the trades, go to Jack of all trades.